Hello everyone, we're back at the site of Woodside Colliery. Sorry, I need to cut you out then, Phil. Woodside Colliery. Now in the last walk we followed it down and we're following the Great Northern Railway into Henegate. This time we're going to go north. Now if you look at the rail map online, there's a little line that goes straight up, and I did wonder when I saw that where it went, and you obviously, fountain of knowledge, it's a little mineral line that went down to Shipley Lock down on the Erewash Canal. So we're going to follow that. Apparently there's a footpath the whole way, and see what remains we can find of that.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. Ammunition, intuition, call it what you want, but I got a feeling.
Size of that.
I've been pacing, trying patience, starting to take a chance on what I believe in.
Need to stop meeting like this, and then by the fifth time it's just awkward, isn't it?
So it went past there, the line, it past them stops, then it went to a shunt, and just one line just came off, and just wandered off it went through there, and off you go.
And like you say, an actual footpath.
Yeah, and it does look like a trackbed as well, not just some dodgy path.
Because the Woodside Colliery opened in the 1840s, obviously that Hena branch, that Great Northern Railway, didn't come until 1891, so obviously had a big gap of time there where they needed to get the coal out of there and they needed to get it somewhere. You got the Nutbrook Canal down there, so I've no doubt there probably would have been mineral lines down to that. But there's also this mineral line. Not a lot of information on this at all. We've both been sort of looking and we haven't managed to find that much. I did find something from the Derbyshire County Council where they were talking about, you know, the topography of the land, and they referred to it as an 18th century horse-drawn tramway. Now, obviously that particular Woodside Colliery didn't open until the 1840s, but they were mining at the Shipley estate. Because it's so old, there's not a lot of information.
Yeah, but did you notice that you've got your Nutbrook Canal down there, Erewash Canal and the Nottingham Canal down the end of here? Why don't they just run all the materials in and out via the Nutbrook, which was just half a mile away, yet they built this bit to get onto the Erewash for some reason, canal.
Did you know, with railways you have like railway companies competing? Did they do, was that the same with canals, I wonder? No, this is a little bit of a cutting. When I look at the landscape though, it must have been inclined.
Well, this bit's fine, isn't it? It's
yeah,
just the other bit.
but the Erewash is quite a lot lower than here, isn't it?
It's quite a slope. So if anyone knows anything about what happened once this got over the Ilkeston Road and started dropping down, you know, I want to know as well as any, you know, as you.
So here we go. It's low. It's really low now in this little dip. Now that's the road up there. So the bridge, I'm hoping they haven't completely filled it in.
Yeah, man, look.
Oh yeah, they've just filled that in with earth.
Yeah. Nothing left of it at all.
That's frustrating. If we go up though, I think there is some wall here.
Yeah, the walls are either original, they've reused them on people's houses.
So across the road you can see, look, they've got a fence, but that is railway, blue brick. That's railway, blue brick. And I think this is the same here, isn't it? Yeah, it's just overgrown. Oh, I'll step in the road. Yeah, look. So you can always tell what is just from the shape. But yeah, it's filled in. I'm guessing it's probably filled in the other side because that's someone's garden.
That was it, wasn't it? They just put railings up there now.
I think they just put railings up, haven't they? That's the bit in the middle. So we've got to go down there now, down that little path. So this path takes us down the side. The bridge on this side of the road is in someone's garden, so that's all filled in and landscaped away. But I think this path will then take us, once we get to the bottom of their garden, which is massive, will take us back onto the trackbed, and then we're bosh down to the canal.
It looks like it's coming down here. Now, I looked on there and this path takes you back on it eventually.
Let's have a look. Oh, it would be holly, wouldn't it? Just go straight through my trousers. So through there, that's someone's garden, but that's the trackbed. All flooded like, but you can see the shape quite clearly there. Oh, holly's jeez Louise. Okay, this takes us into a field for the minute, but hopefully we'll be able to get back on it in a sec. So hang on, that's the spoil heap. We walked up there, didn't we? That's the...
Oh yeah, you always remember that wherever we are.
Yeah.
You did it with me, wasn't it? Well, it's
Yeah,
not
more
really
green collieries on the other
as
side of
such,
that, and Brinsley had stocks and that.
but Elder car, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I remember the
So there's that then. Is that Eastwood up there, that church?
Yep.
Right. I've got my geography now. I know where I am. And we're back on the track bed.
Not as steep as I thought.
No, not at the moment. No.
Looking that way, well, not that bad.
But if it's horse drawn, obviously they'd pull up fine. I guess they'd probably maybe let gravity take them down, the wagons or whatever. Normally with these kind of things, your opening gambit is opened in such and such a year, closed in such and such a year. But I found absolutely no information whatsoever on this line at all. So I mean, 18th century, so late 1700s. Then that's fine, I guess, serving the Shipley estate. And then I don't know, hazard a guess as to when it went. They probably kept it open until the pit went, to be fair.
Well, the only reason I know of its existence, it wasn't from looking at maps. It's because when I used to come by quite often driving, I used to see them black bricks. I get thinking, why is he, potentially?
Yeah.
What's all that about? And then I went back and had a look, and I thought, oh, I see. I just didn't know about it.
So we're on quite a nice embankment now. So a lot of these kind of mineral lines then that were horse drawn, they didn't bother with embankments and cuttings, did they? They just kind of just went, they had a big incline, So maybe, this was changed later. In fact, I do remember reading that. There's a lot going on in that, Ed, and there's a lot being forgotten. But I do remember, I was reading, they were talking about the topography, and they were saying how, what a word topography is, I love it. Try and get it in every video. They were talking about this, 18th century horse-drawn, which is what this was. But then when they made it, standard gauge and had trains on it, they did change the route slightly.
It confirms the fact that when you look at some images that we've looked at, it's a full-size line coming out of Woodside Colliery, coming around here. So to me, I don't know about it ever been a tramway. I just was under the impression it was just a normal. Yeah.
So if they've gone to all that trouble, it probably did stay until the colliery went in the 60s. That's crazy.
That's the original height.
Yeah, because that's, like you say, that's the same height as the track bed there. For some reason, it all just, whether they've either dug it out, or it almost looks like a landslide, like a flood's come through here, bosh, and just taken loads of it out and down there. But
yeah, it does a bit, especially with these trees that's showing all the undercarriage like that. Wonder if it collapse.
Yeah, it could have been, couldn't it? Yeah, could have been. It's getting steeper and steeper now. We were getting a bit excited thinking there might be a bridge underneath, but it goes underneath right there. So that's, not going underneath the railway line, unfortunately.
That a rail.
There's some track, yeah.
Found some track after all.
Track and sleepers repurposed. Right, and then we come into a field which basically looks like Thingy's house from Gladiators. What's his name? The main character from Gladiator?
I don't know.
I want to say Aurelius or something. Is it something? Oh, I don't know. Whoever Russell Crowe played. It basically looks like Tuscany, is my point. So we're still clinging to this track bed in between the trees. We're coming up to the Erewash Valley line, and there was a spur off it, which I'm hoping you'll be able to make out, where it joined that line, which I guess was another reason for building it, because otherwise you got to take it on that Great Northern all the way into Ilkeston, through Ilkeston to get onto the Erewash Valley line there. Whereas I guess this just went bang straight down, so they could have got it straight on. Right, let me turn you around because you'll be able to see the spur now. So here, can you make out that bridge in the distance there? That bridge, now it's a road, goes underneath, but actually this was the line. And that spur to the right, where that hedge goes, that goes and joins the Erewash Valley line. This one carries on down under that bridge, past Shipley Gate station, and in then to Shipley Lock. Go on, give us a train. Give us a decent train, not one of those silly little Sprinter. Boo. They're toy trains, them ones, aren't they? So we're where?
So we just come down, or we walked all down, foolish of thinking it was going to be a steep incline, because the road down to here is really steep, but obviously whoever planned it chose the best, you know,
Yeah,
what do you call it,
topography.
yeah, they did
Yeah,
their own work on it,
they get
because
that
that's
tattooed.
almost straight. So there's that spur, there's Shipley Station, then we're going to go under the bridge there, which is, like I said earlier, is a road, and we're going to have a quick look round the locks. There's bridge remains there, there's embankment remains, and then they both went up via a line off the middle of the main line, look, and so did the GN line, went into what's called Eastwood Colliery, which is quite a small colliery, but both lines sought to go into it, and 2 canals.
Okay, so there's the Erewash Valley line. There's a man with 2 dogs. And we're on the trackbed now, aren't we?
Yep.
Going through here, obviously it's a road now, but it did go underneath. Oh yeah, you can see they've extended that then.
Yeah, because they put the 4, or haven't they? Or is it just a shape yet? Well, I don't know. Yeah, it's look. Yeah, they have look.
Yeah, clean break. There's the Erewash Valley line, we're off, and this is the trackbed. Phil was saying that little spur that went onto the Erewash Valley line, that went dead early. And this actually stayed a lot longer.
You know, there's an entrance or something there. What we're going to look at, what is it? Entrance for, do you think?
Yeah. We don't know what it's an entrance for, but it's an entrance.
There's the bridge in the distance. Look, it went straight. That's the bridge that carried a line off the Erewash main line over to Eastwood Colliery. And the embankment from the bridge there to the left, recently gone, but if you look to the left shortly, you'll see the other side. It wasn't like a viaduct. You think it might have been crossing over, but it wasn't. It was an embankment. And this tramway, oh, not a tramway, was it? The line just went straight to the right of that remaining little arch that you're going to get to shortly.
Okay. So there's that bridge that Phil was talking about. We're a lot closer to it now. Over there, that's the embankment. But as you can see, yeah, he's just taken that away for whatever reason. So there's just that little reminder just sat there.
You can get on there actually, but it crosses a brook or river, and I bet you any money the deck's gone, and then we'll be stranded.
A run and jump. It's crazy, isn't it? It's just I was just left like that.
Even the tops of the parapets have all been. They just all come away and trees growing on them, and yet it still stands there, like a defiant gesture.
It went through there and joined the main line. But yeah, it's just sat there in a field. I kind of respect that though. It's like bold as brass, and I ain't going anywhere, mate.
Maybe the horses come here when it's hammering it down to keep out the rain. Although from above, but you know, if it's coming at an angle, it'll protect them a bit. Hey, look at that, isn't it?
It is.
If you're a diehard, you'd climb up there now and show the viewer what the view would have been like in the 1950s or whatever it was.
Yeah, I ain't a diehard then. It's funny how it's built. The shape is built at the back though, like that. Like it kind of steps up. When actually that would have just been turf, land, and then turf, and then ballast and then track.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, because it was
Across
definitely
there,
this side that it
and
was
then-
bridge, because the line that came under it. So that was all embankment, but you can see it supported an embankment, but because of the
Yeah, the way that
way
is, yeah.
that's kind of done. Can we go and get on there? No.
Yeah, try and get on there, can we?
Well, we've only got to go over that thing there. I don't think it's worth it. Let's see. I don't know what's here. I don't expect.
So this is the Midland line though, isn't it now?
Yeah.
Basically. So we've come off that red line, which is Great Northern, and onto this one, which is yellow. I'll go up. There's a little bit of stonework there. Go on then. I'll keep rolling in case I stack it. And that's always good, isn't it? 250 quid off whoever does it now. Oh yeah. There you go. You make that out. Oh, that's quite a drop down there into the river. That's the River Erewash there. Look at that.
Oh, that's more easy to tell now what's going on, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, and there's that Pullman coach just sat in the car park for some reason. I reckon on a winter's day, you know, when these leaves are gone in the autumn, whatever, you'd be able to see Benley Viaduct, I reckon, through there.
Yeah, I think that's
Just beyond that wind turbine.
all this stonework still here, look, all of it. Down there. And obviously I don't want to lean over here. But
Yeah, please don't, mate.
all of it's still here, just the deck they removed.
Yeah. Okay. Take a walk back then and get back on that
Might be a clam
GNR.
mate. This looks worse than what it is coming up.
Yeah, it might be on the bum job. Here we go.
Easy. You can easily see that with the part of the triangle spurred and then.
Yeah, see, this was a track bed then. Show us that map again, Phil.
Well, it's not brilliant, so I didn't zoom in, but there's a triangle.
No, but that's all right though. So that's where we've just explored basically. That coming across there, and so that comes into the log, and
It's just a triangle. Maybe, I don't know if it was steam engines running them days, but obviously they maybe turn stuff around there, I don't know.
Yeah. So it's coming there, and then I guess the triangle comes out, and maybe even into that bit.
Here, there must have been some sort of loading crane arms or something here for shipping stuff, because look how wide it is.
Yeah.
This was some exchange point, wasn't it? In
Yeah.
olden days, and the triangle bit now is running along there on that side, look, and then it went back again over that field that we just came across and back on again.
Got you. So this is Shipley Lock. There is something on the other side. I don't know if they're going to have a picture. I bet it's a picture of a heron or something annoying. Oh, here we go. Go on then. I was going to walk round. But why not when you can just risk losing your camera?
The building's got everything on it. Check that out.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, so here we go.
It hasn't got that line going over. Oh, it has. It's in green, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it has. It's got everything on.
Got ya. So there we are. So we're now here. We're at that bit there. So we've come down here. We've gone off and had a little bit of around there. And now we're here. And then are we going to head up there now?
Yeah, we're going to have a look at that line going up into Eastwood Colliery, the green one, look, that came off at Shipley Station, look, the green one there, and shot off up to Eastwood Colliery.
So this is the end of the line for this one down from Woodside Colliery then?
Came here for some reason or other.
Yeah. So this was here to load whatever, like coal, I imagine. So we're walking along the side of the Erewash Canal now. We're done with the GNR, and well, it was later GNR, but before that it was obviously just a mineral line, a horse-drawn job. So I don't know. It was probably owned by the Shipley Coal Company, I imagine. We should, in a minute, come to that Midland line that we sort of looked at a little bit. We walked across the field, and a lady wasn't impressed, was she?
Yeah, she went too bad, I suppose. Two weirdos walking across the field with a camera in their hand, probably. Their eyes a bit suspicious anyway.
True. So that Midland line that we were just clambering up on before we came back down to the Great Northern bit, this is the continuation of it. So it's now going, that bridge before was obviously going over the river, now this one's coming over the canal.
Yeah, but no wonder we didn't walk here, look at that. Look at
Yeah, but it would have been two as well, look, that would have gone underneath that bit as well.
the ground on the top.
Yeah, so it would have come across as a, yeah, well, girder bridge maybe, I imagine. And there's your middle section. Yeah, a little bit there, and then it swings round off into Eastwood Colliery, which isn't in Eastwood. Oh, mind your step. I wonder if it flows. Oh no, maybe not. Sometimes they flow out the river down into the canal, don't they?
It's a real skew bridge, isn't it?
Oh yeah, right.
So actually, this is track there, look. You're on it.
Here we go. So now we're on the Midland line, so as to try and not be confused, like I am often. We're on that Midland line that came from spurring off the Erewash Valley line at Shipley Gate and off into Eastwood Colliery. And in a minute, you're saying, Phil, we're going to meet up with another GNR line that came in from the other side.
Yeah, I've not been here, but the GN came over on their line. The A610's built on that now, as you know. But there was a station there called Newthorpe and Gresley, and at the end of the platform was a line shot off, and it gave GN access into Eastwood Colliery as well. And to get over to it, it had to cross the Nottingham Canal. And to get over the Nottingham Canal, it had a swing bridge. Obviously it'll be gone now, but the pedestrian swing bridge is still there, and we'll see it in a minute.
But there could always be, you know,
There might
abutments
be,
and
yes,
stuff,
I'm not
couldn't
paying
there?
attention, but it's just interesting that Eastwood Colliery was sandwiched both sides, one with Erewash Canal,
Collal.
and then the Nottingham Canal. And I think this is the track bed of the GN line coming in here, look. Here we go.
So in a minute they would meet, wouldn't they?
So they just went into the colliery, so obviously
So that's the colliery through there then?
Yeah.
Just fields now.
And then if we follow this has got to go over the Nottingham Canal, like the other line for Midland's gone over the Erewash. This has got to cross the Nottingham, so we're going to have a look what's there now.
So the original idea of this walk was to start off at Woodside Colliery in Shipley and just follow that mineral line down to Shipley Lock, but it's kind of become a few different things. So we've done the mineral line, which then became the Great Northern, then we've done the Midland line, then we've gone back on the Great Northern, then we've gone back on the Midland line, and now we're on the Great Northern, but a different Great Northern. I hope you're taking notes.
So basically it didn't cross over on a substantial bridge.
No.
The pedestrian bridge is on the level and the railway bridge was on the level here, but it was a swing bridge, but it's gone. So we're in a high swing bridge, were it? Because we're
No.
almost at the same level.
Well, let's have a look if there's any
Well, they might have
signs.
looked at the state of it.
Yeah, it's pretty overgrown, isn't it?
It's too bad, so it's only a few yards. Because you just seem to have just shot out there. Look.
Yeah, well it would have come out of there, so that's the railway. Coming across here. I mean, we've picked the wrong time of year again, haven't we? But I'm wondering if we can see something. Just an abutment is all I need. I think there's something through there actually.
I'm almost surprised. Oh.
Your feet moved in a way of excitement then.
They did. How did you get?
It did. It was like some kind of a little bit of a tap move.
How did it impress you at Oakthorpe when you found that bridge dancing the other week?
Yeah.
It's still overgrown, mate.
It is too overgrown, but you can see the tree line. So that's the railway there, and it's coming here.
Yeah, it goes by a shed, doesn't it? Enjoy 610's wiped it out, but yeah, you can see where it went on.
Yeah.
Newport and Greta Station was just at the end there.
See, if this wasn't overgrown, there's definitely going to be stanchions there.
I reckon it could be.
You just can't get to them. It was too overgrown, unfortunately. I started trying to clamber down, and it was just like I was just going to get torn into ribbons. But I reckon there probably is an abutment there. There's something there. And Phil's saying in the winter he'll come back and get some footage of it. Just so I won't bother putting it up because you ain't going to be that bothered. But for me, it's like, you know, when you get something in your head and it's like, right, I need to know now. Closure, that's the one. So that's us on this one. We're walking back now to the car. Thanks so much as always for watching. It's a bit of a strange line this that most people probably don't know existed. I certainly didn't know it existed until recently, looking at a picture and then, you know, Phil telling me what was here. So it's been a bit of an explore, and there's a few remains in that field that are quite interesting. Blinking, you'd miss them. As always, click like, subscribe, comment if you know anything more about this line. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah, see ya.